two things before I start. Number one, for those of you who came out to my 10 ARC signing at BEA last week, my God, I am shocked, awed, humbled by the turnout. For those of you that got cut off in line and managed to get one of my signed bookmarks, I will be giving away a signed copy tomorrow on my blog, so be sure to check that out. Number two, I'm so happy to be home.
10% luck, 20% skill, 15% concentrated power of will, 5% pleasure, 50% pain, and 100% reason to remember the name.
So this week on the Rebels, we are doing vlogs about times that we didn't surrender in support of the release of Surrender, the follow-up to Possession by Elana Johnson. She also has a giveaway on her blog, so you can check that out. Information is below. Warning, I'm about to get really, really angry. I need my fighting wine. As many of you know, I was a voice major in college. I have both a bachelor in voice and a master's in music. And I did my undergraduate at UCLA. I loved my time at UCLA in general, but I was definitely not the darling of the voice department. I don't think many people on the faculty thought that I had any sort of talent or any sort of potential, and treated me thusly. One person in particularly seemed to particularly dislike me. His name was Donald Newen, and he was the choir conductor, he may still be, I'm not sure, at UCLA. He was new faculty my freshman year. He was brought in, recruited away from Eastman, I believe. Hotshot choir conductor, very talented man, I might add. I actually did learn quite a bit about musicality from him. That said, singing in a choir and singing opera are two completely different things. And despite that fact, Mr. Newen insisted that all voice majors at UCLA sing in his chorale. Then continuously complained that we didn't blend, that our voices stood out, that we didn't sing correctly, blah, blah, blah. Yes, we didn't sing correctly for choir. We sing correctly for opera. Anyway, I seem to sort of attract the particular ire of Don Newen, and to be honest, there's no love lost between us. But he made sure that I was never given a solo, that I was never chosen for the special small choirs that he would pick that did special things. And junior year, he made sure that I wasn't cast in the big production of The Magic Flute. I was the only voice major not in The Magic Flute. But it was okay, because I went and auditioned for a musical at the theater department because they needed a classically trained soprano for one of the solo roles and had a much, much better time. Okay, cut to senior year. Despite the fact that I got really no support from the faculty at UCLA, I managed to get into not one, not two, but 3 graduate voice programs. The New England Conservatory, the San Francisco Conservatory, and the Maryland Opera Studio at the University of Maryland, where I ended up going and having an amazing, transformative, life-altering experience getting my master's degree there. Spring semester of senior year, I had already accepted my offer of admission, knew where I was going to grad school, and was just sort of biding my time to get out of UCLA. It was a break from choir rehearsal, and I was standing in the hallway drinking some coffee, waiting for some of my friends to come out of the ladies' room, and Don Newen walks by. He pauses, turns, and walks straight up to me. Now, the man has never said 2 words to me directly in the 4 years that I've been there, but chooses this moment to sort of break the ice between us with this little gem. You know, sometimes you sing with an ugly tone. I looked him dead in the eye and said, well, the 3 graduate opera programs that offered me admission didn't think so. He sort of reared back and said, oh, well, good luck to you then, and walked away. Never spoke to the man again. You know, I may not have been good enough to sing on stage at the Met, and my opera career may have been short-lived, but it was a decent, smallish kind of career. Not only that, but I'm a published author now. And I think the lesson that I learned from Don Newen was that for the rest of my life, whenever anyone looks to me for advice, for support, whether they look up to me as a singer or a writer or just in life in general, I will never, ever treat them with anything less than respect and kindness, regardless of what I may think of their actual talent, because they deserve that respect and that kindness if they're ever going to improve and grow as people or artists. So Dawn Nguyen, that is your legacy. I am a better person and a better singer because you were an asshole. How do you like them apples?